Hey, what up, everybody? It is the High Commander. Just sort of making a random, 2:30 in the morning video, doing a quick overview, super unprofessional, with my holding my phone in my hand. I'll get that figured out, and it's on my bed. But before when the real video happens, I'll take care of it. Anyway, doing a quick overview of an upcoming project as well as giving just some basic info because I know some of my friends wanted to know some of this. Also, may have interference randomly from a small cat named Mochi. Don't worry, she's cool. But here we have the lovely Nerf Strife. It is. Oh, here she comes. I see her. Hey, Moch. No, you can't have that. She likes to try to steal all of my things. Don't. That's spoilers. Don't look over there. So one of the obvious things. This has no mods done to it, but one of the obvious quality. You're just gonna eat that box. One of the quality of life things I did do was already stick a thumb screw in here, because, fuck having to carry around a screwdriver. But, there we are. See? She's eating the box for my... Could you not? Mochi. Tiny Satan. Anyway, so, I've already unscrewed all this, and I'm going to give a quick basic rundown, and I'm not a fucking wizard, alright? I don't know much, but I'm gonna give you a rundown as I understand it. And I'm gonna try to keep it simple. I'm gonna try to open this one-handed. That's gonna be fun. Oh, no. You know what? I wasn't planning on editing any of this, but if I have to set the phone down, I will... This is why people get tripods. There we are. Alright. Nope, maybe. Nope. Oh, lost that. Oh, there we go. I lifted the part that has all the stuff in it. Hold on. Jesus. Meanwhile, Mochi has found more boxes to eat. No, spoilers. Anyway, super professional. That's why y'all come here. So, here we have the basic propulsion. It's not a great lighting situation, but we have the stock internals of the Strife. It's a basic semi-automatic flight. You can't have those. Stop. It's actually, important things. Stop it. Oh, this tab's lifted. Anyway, point is, and I'm leaving all this in, I'm barely going to edit any of this. We have a semi-automatic, as in, well, I forgot. Mechanical locks, we'll get to those. As in, one trigger pull equal one dart. A flywheel system, as in here, which I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys at a weird angle, and then I'll explain more when I get to the spoiler stuff. But here are your flywheels. Magazine goes up here. That pushes that in there. A pew do occur. So some things you might notice, though, and these are locks, most people take them out, is you cannot, and this is actually one that most people leave in, or if you do what I'm going to do, you wire it so it can't fire without the rev, this is the rev trigger. This makes those go. You cannot pull the trigger without these spinning, so it helps prevent jams. That is, most people don't fuck around with that. However, you got this right here is a magazine lock, or a magazine, this is a jam door lock. If your jam door's open and that's actually a thing, it prevents power from getting to the flywheels. So, some people take that out, other people repurpose it to show off a battery meter whenever you open the door. I'm not going to be doing that because my shit's too big, which we'll get to. Either way, so for my purposes, all this shit is all gone. Except, I guess, the triggers. Because I will be doing a full, flywheel cage, flywheel replacement, new motors, and then I have a select fire kit I'll be putting into. So, when I go to work on this, I'm just going to gut it. I also probably will not be doing any sort of, soldering tutorial because I'm fucking garbage at it. I don't even know if I'm going to show you guys the process of me soldering it. It is a bad time. But, here's your basic overview. You got, make the flywheels go, make the dart go into the flywheels. This button not pressed, it don't work. There's also another lock down here for the magazine. No magazine in, it don't work. So, fuck that. Get that out of here. Here's the cool shit, which I have to rearrange because I had to, protect it from a very inquisitive cat. So the main thing most people do when doing, and this is the smart thing to start with, when they when they start off, they usually just replace the flywheel cage and the motors. These are Out of Darts Krakens. They're 3S motors. I'll sort of explain what that means, sort of not. It's only really important for this build in the case, or your build in the case of you need to know what battery you're building for. And in my case, I'm going to be overvolting a motor, which I'll explain when I get to that. But, showing you guys the flywheel system here, since this is actually not assembled. Come here, come here. Your dart passes through that channel. And ideally, you got your flywheel spinning, and, you know, the pew occur. We went over that. But, and in this case, higher, when people refer to crush, you'll hear me refer to it. It's literally just the distance between the two flywheels. Like, how hard is your fucking dart getting smashed, basically. I have a stock crush cage, which some people poo-pooed because it's not going to give me much of a performance boost, but this is supposed to be an HVZ, like, secondary, primary, I don't know. And I mostly just wanted the metal parts for the cool sound. And good motors, you know. You can get these from Out of Darts at outofdarts.com. Would recommend, I don't know him personally, but from everything I know, Luke Out of Darts is a pretty neat guy. And then back over to, we're going to have different categories. These two innocent-looking things are what I would like to refer to as the don't blow yourself the fuck up category. Because we use LiPo batteries, same sort of batteries that, like, the really sick remote-controlled cars use. But this here, the LiPo battery, when it discharges beyond a certain point, the cells begin to become damaged and cannot charge properly. Worst case scenario, that results in a fire. So what this does is let you know what the fuck your battery's at. I have another one in my Raven, which I showed off before. That one reads out the actual voltage. I like this one. I got a bunch of these from Foam Blast. More cool people that I don't know personally, but they seem neat. But you can get their shit. Just Google Foam Blast, because I don't remember if it's foamblast.com or foamblastshop.com. Also, check them out on YouTube. And then this is a high amperage switch to handle all the bullshit extra current we're going to be throwing at all of that shit. And that is important because I believe a 3S battery is pushing 11.7 volts. I don't know. Point is, I'm not an electrician. I don't know how that shit works. I just know where to attach the wires for the most part. But as far as I understand it, when I refer to something as S, that means series, as in cells wired in series, which increases the voltage, and then wired in parallel increases the, basically the amount of time the battery, or the amount of charge the battery can hold. I don't know. Again, I don't know shit. Which is why I need to go to Discords and things and ask people for help. Such as, here we go, here's the fun parts. So, this here, let me try to get all this in frame. I'm not even looking at the screen as I do this. So all this fucking nonsense here, hold on, we're not done. Oop. This is a select fire kit. We have this. I don't actually 3D printed parts. I haven't looked up the instructions yet. I don't know what this is. We got this. This is the switch, like the actual selector switch here, which I'll have to cut away at the shell a bit. And then this is our pusher. And this is where all the witchcraft happens. Well, here and here are where all the witchcraft happens. I don't know what these do beyond when the switch is set one way, there's one pew. When the switch is set another way, there are 3 pews. And then when it's set the final way, it's like all the pews. I don't get it. You don't have to understand it. So long as you don't blow yourself up, I suppose. But here's the fun part. So this is our pusher. Whoop, don't lose my motor. This, legit, just when it gets, which my trigger will set it off, but when it gets power, it just spins this guy. This pushes your darts. Yeah. This motor, as far as I understand it, isn't actually bad. I think it gets around like 10 or 11 darts per second, which is actually reasonable. My Raven gets a little bit more than that, and that thing dumps mag so fast, I don't even want to use it as a primary. But what I'm going to do here is yank this can. That's what the cool kids call motors. And then I'm going to replace it with this here. Let's get that logo. There we are. This here, Foam Blast, Michelle 2.0. Oop. Michel 2.0s, which I actually contacted them asking what rate of fire I should expect if I did want to overvolt this, because this is a motor meant for 2S, meaning it has an ideal voltage. If you put more power in it, it do more spin, but it burn out faster. Normally, that's not a problem with pushers because they don't operate as often, like as long or as, well, I guess as often, but they don't operate as long as your flywheel motors will because you want to keep those things revved up. So ideally, this, when set full auto, should get me about 14 to 15 darts per second, which is ridiculous. And then the select fire kit, from what I've been told, should still be able to do semi-auto and burst fire like that. So that'll be fun. If not, worst case scenario, I'm going to like desolder these wires, throw them on there so it still has the plug. If it don't work, I'll just, undo that. So that's what you can look forward to on, I guess, I want to call it Arming the Watch still, but this is really my build. The ideal, which I don't have all the parts for this yet, but I'm still going to do the build. Ideally, I want a folding stock for this thing, as well as a magnetic holster, so I can just have it slung on, well, stuck to my thigh, and, have it be my go-to. But that's everything, with a bit of a cameo from Mochi. You can see the bite marks on the damn box. But I've been your High Commander. I'll catch you guys later.